Hi, Eshanye.
Hi, Pala.
Hi. Long time didn't see you.
I know. I know. Okay. So let us just try to we have come a long way in our life, healing, doing a lot of things, understanding, awareness. We have come a very long way from, let's say, from 2020, when mainly everybody started doing things online and new modalities, new way of thinking actually came into this world. And whatever was earlier so restricted or not exactly restricted with few people actually became globally available for everybody, etc. And we have been flowing with that. But we have not really understood what exactly is happening below, or what is the crux of this. What is the process for healing actually? And if we are able to understand, we can change our life completely with just being aware of it, with just being able to guide our life in the direction. We don't actually have to do anything major. We don't actually have to do any great therapies, healing, nothing actually, if we are able to understand what exactly is life and to have a good life, healed life, what is that we should do? Because if you understand the basics, everything you will align for that basic. On that basic. So today's discussion, which I wanted to do it since past 2 weeks, is exactly only this much. It's a discussion, it's question answer, and it is to understand. And you can also, whoever, whatever doing here as part of their therapies and their healing modalities, etc., try to align to this, and you'll be able to help your clients too. In whatever you take, this is what it is. So, this is one thing which I would like to say is whatever here I am discussing is all coming from my learning from others and my learning from my own sessions. Okay, so it is with lot of experience and it is becoming more and more simple and easy. However, the techniques which we are all using, modalities, what we call, they are actually much more stronger and deeper, which we don't know why such things are needed. For example, if you ask me why past life regression is required, then that we will discover actually. So sometimes, other than doing past life regression, you can't heal that client, though the basic seems very straightforward and simple. So if you understand the basic, you will try using that basics or align your methods to this to heal your life. And sometimes it doesn't happen. So you'll go a little more deeper using other few techniques. It's like that. Okay? So let's start with a basic. Very, very basic is we need logic for failure as well as success. We just need logic. Logic is the one which tells us that you have succeeded. Logic is the one which tells you you have failed. Now, if I change the logic, failure also starts looking like success. You all agree? It is basically my definition of success and failure, basically. So, there will be measures. Now, when you compare your success or failure, whatever you are trying to do in your life, with those measures, then logically you're telling that, oh, I failed, or oh, I succeeded, right? And for all of us being in the body, we need logic. Logic is nothing but awareness. So, how usually our life works? We are all doing things, and you get the logic why you're doing what you're doing. And then, when you get the logic, you are comfortable with whatever that is. If it's a failure, you'll think that what I can do is what I can change this next time. If it's successful, you'll also validate it, how successful it is it good, how much you are going to be with it, etc. And you'll move on. Life will move on. So, this is what is the usual life, which everybody is able to manage. When you are not able to manage, when you do not have this logic, oh, I have done so much, still it happened like this. I don't know why this person acts like this all the time. I don't know what I should do to get that money. Why do I always feel bad like this? So, when you do not have the logic, life won't work. And at that time, you feel that something which you are not aware of is controlling your life because you did everything what you can do. Now, if you tell me there could be another method, way, something which I didn't try, which I didn't know. Of course, you didn't know that you didn't try. That's what life is about. If you knew, you would have tried, no? So, when you do not have logic, that is when life is messed up. That is when you are in a issue. That is when you have a problem. Whenever you have a problem, whenever you have issue, try to find out what logic you are trying to get it here, or what is not present, what is that which is not understood by you. So this is the first step. Okay, once you understand that you don't have the logic and you are, something is messed up, something is taking charge of you, taking control of your situation, that is the time you will have to use your other techniques, modalities, and everything. So, everyday life, don't sit here and think that, okay, now I'll start doing some therapy for myself, some self therapy. Okay, let me just do, there are so many self therapies we can do, right? So many things, as in, um, you can do constellation with objects. You can probably start saying affirmations. You can, open a card and see for yourself. All of this, don't do it when you have logic and when things are running smoothly by you. Do any of this when you're not able to handle it, when you don't know what is happening, when that don't know why this is happening is a state where you do some few things for yourself, which comes under the category of I want to heal myself. Otherwise, you're living your life. Don't confuse that healing is your life. Okay? Healing is not your life. Life itself is healing on its own. And you just have to live that. You don't have to do anything for it. Because a lot of people are now kind of addicted to healing. I want to do more. And they're not understanding that is it their interest and, curiosity, or their life is really something wrong and they're trying to fix that or heal that. For curiosity, you have lots of books, you have lots of workshops, you have lots of things. And as a byproduct, a lot of things also will heal, because when it comes to your awareness, you will definitely heal it. Right? But you don't have to open the Pandora box of your problems and then start healing one after the other. You don't have to do that. This is point number one. Second thing, what we have to understand is we have on earth something which is past, present, and future. So, this past is locked with the timeline and space of the past. Future is also depending on the timeline, which is not yet opened. It is not locked. It is not opened yet. And there is a chance that it never be opened. So, bridging the two is the current, present. We call that reality. We call that reality because only that has the body. So, the moment it has body, what it has? It has DNA. And what else it has? It has nerves, nervous system. The moment when you have DNA, it is something like a thumb drive of all the events which you have experienced already. And also the consequence of those events. Okay? And body has nerves, which is used for experiencing emotions. So the present is the one which has the capacity to feel the emotions in the mind as well as in the body. And when you do that, you will open up certain possibility of the future. So this collection of these possibilities, which we call as future, there it is not the future. When you're saying future, it has to be kind of a certain thing which you're going to walk later, sooner or later. So in those possibilities, which one you will choose? You will choose what your nervous system, DNA is talking about the past. Based on that, you will choose one which is in the future. And then it becomes the reality later. Okay? So this tells you the past you can talk as aura. It's all about aura. And the present is recreation of this aura in the physical body, which has the feelings, which has the emotions. And what do we choose? Based on this, the consequence is what we are going to choose. Understood? Now, when you're trying to manifest, what are you trying to do? You're trying to choose a future. Okay? You will read Akashic records, you will read tarot cards, you will do all of this visualization techniques. All of this is about manifesting or choosing one of the futures. Now the question is, will that happen? It will happen. Why not? It depends on how focused you are, how you are able to put all your presence so much focused on that, and you are not getting distracted by any of your past, which we call as blocks, isn't it? If you're able to do this focusing, you will be able to manifest. Beautiful. Question is, will you be able to let go of your past? No, it will happen to you. You will also choose another one based on your past. So that is why amazing manifestations can happen, and yet horrible life can still be there. You might get too much, lots of money, but still you have a very bad relationship and you are never happy. So where does this life purpose comes into picture then? Life purpose is planned when you are clear minded. So the very fact when I'm saying life purpose is planned when you are clear minded, meaning when you were not in the human body, when you were the soul or the spirit, at that time, since you didn't have a body, you didn't have neurons, nerves, so you didn't have any emotions, you created this life purpose beautifully. But as you're coming closer and closer to the life, when you're about to be born, these effects of these emotions and nerve system, everything in the earth is already reflecting little bit above, it becomes denser. And then when you have to go through the dense, the material of these emotions, you get clogged. By the time you are born, you are already clogged. Already you took some aura and like a dress, you wore it and you are born. Already. So this is why when you're saying I'm not getting the logic, all of these things which are making you a failure or not giving you a logic, why this is not happening to your life, you understood from where those are all coming. They're all for somehow is there in your aura. And that won't allow you to choose the appropriate future. You got it? All you need to do for your manifestation is to heal this past baggage or what is there in the aura. Then naturally you will follow your life purpose. And since you call yourself very intelligent person, you would have done a nice life purpose, right? No one will make a horrible life purpose and come here and try to have that, right? So all we need to do is clear this aura, get the logic. Healing is nothing but getting logic, that's all. It is not fixing anything. Get the logic means understand what is it. And when that happens, naturally you will flow with the life purpose. That means the life purpose will choose for you a future. And because life purpose, which is nothing but your clear mindedness up there, chooses a future for you, it will also choose all that is which is required for the life purpose future will also be chosen for you. Okay? So, meaning I need to do something, I need some money for it. Okay, money is also chosen for you, implanted for you. Or you want to do something else, and for that you need contacts. Okay, somebody will come in your life and they bring all the contacts which you need. Like this, it will be very easily planned. I'm not telling the path will be easy. Path may be difficult, but it is achievable. With all the learnings, with all the experiences needed, will be easily understood by you. The whole purpose of being born as a human being is to learn, experience, and finish. There is something called we need to finish. If we are not trying to see what is there in our aura and what is our past experiences are doing to us, we do not finish the life. Doesn't mean that I will roam around like a ghost, What I'm trying to say is your life purpose won't be finished. And most likely, we do not finish our complete life purpose. And that is why it is also a kind of, one of my friends was telling, oh, we have to anyway live for such a long time. Let us create some karma. That's also true. That's exactly what we do it. Just for jolly. Let's finish this one life for joy, jolly, fun. Let's see it later, next life. So, like that, we have finished so many lives without actually finishing our life purpose. We get distracted in the middle, and there are lots of things to distract us. And all of those things which are distracting you, or trust me, are in your aura, which you have collected quite some time back, either in the current life or in some lifetime. Okay, now, is it possible that how do I, clean up my aura, finish off everything? I don't have to voluntarily do it. Because let's assume this life purpose is to um, walk on the slippery floor. You don't have to learn to climb Himalayas. That is not part of your life purpose in this lifetime. Just learn to walk on the slippery floor. That's enough. So, how will I do this? Some reason I am thinking, why am I encountering only slippery floor? Then I'll go to a therapy or I'll do something. Then I'll realize, of course, because that is my life purpose, that is why I'm only getting slippery floor. So that I have a lot of opportunity to learn to be with that. Now, if you start opening the Pandora box because you're very curious about this aura, you're very curious about past lives, you're very curious about a lot of other things, you are also trying to climb Mount Everest, which is not required for you in this lifetime. But of course, related to that is there in the aura. Because many, many lifetimes you did and you collected it. But we don't have to open it and see. If you start doing that, lots of challenges will start coming to you in your life. So attempt only what is required to learn. And how will I know that I have to learn this? Life will tell you. Definitely, life will tell. What is bothering me now is a candidate for therapy, candidate for healing. Okay? So, life will tell you, life will give you ample opportunities to heal yourself, whatever is required, and that will always be in the aura. Now, whatever is there in the aura, it is called electromagnetic field. And electromagnetic field means it attracts. What does it attract? It attracts same or similar events which it is at the frequency, meaning emotions have frequency, right? So if your something sad related is there in your aura, it will attract the events which will make you feel sad the same way. That is how they keep on attracting. So all that which is in your aura is what is making repetitive patterns in your life. And it keeps on bringing new situations in your life which will actually give you the same emotional feelings. So this tells us or asks us the question, how is this possible? This is possible because events which happened in the past, aura is past, right? Aura is past. Events which happened in the past, they are stored by you in your memory. Because you want to remember it, for the fact that you want to avoid similar things later. That is why you stored it. That is how our hardware or our life is. We will store it because later on, tomorrow, I do not want to encounter the same event. The idea is that it's a coping mechanism. Now, what happens is whenever one event happens to you, you cross check with this event, and the current you feel the emotions. So, emotions are not stored. Emotions are when the process happens, that is the result of it. Process is the old events are remembered, and then when you process it as the current personality, the current person, which is in the present, not in the past, is the one which is creating the emotions. Okay, you understood now? So the emotions belong to the current personality, not the past personality. The moment when you're talking about the past, we are talking about inner children. We are talking about past lives. We are talking about ancestors. We are talking about so many other stuff. Apart from all of these three things which I am telling, there are so many other things energetically. They all belong to the past. The emotions are belong to the current person. So whenever you do a healing session for yourself, you are trying to, first of all, give a logic to these emotions. That is what the current personality needs. And you want to redo the filing mechanism, which is the past event which has been stored, so that it doesn't create the current emotions anymore. It can be just a memory. And when you do that, this whole unaware of you, whatever was unaware for you, that's why you didn't have logic, no? That whole thing will become legalized. Logically, you will understand. The moment you get this awareness, it stops there. So it's about getting the awareness. Healing is about getting the awareness. That's all it is. It's giving the awareness, and you use different techniques to bring it into awareness. That's all it is. So the moment you start doing it, this electromagnetical field changes, and it either attracts good things, it was attracting bad things earlier, or sometimes it breaks free. That is, DNA can either replicate it or it can break free. You understood, right? Now you use whatever modality you want. As much as possible, there is no need for us to do the manifestation. Number one, because I already told you, if you're able to heal your past problems from the aura, naturally you will choose the right, appropriate future as per your life purpose. And nothing is better than that. Okay? Second thing is, there is no way that by choosing a future, you're escaping your past. It's very illusionary that, okay, you go, ask people about your future predictions. Okay, what do I do knowing my future? Out of the 100 possibility, one possibility they told me, okay, what next? In fact, whoever is told me will be influencing me to walk in the direction which is very equal to walking in darkness or shooting in the dark. So, if at all, if possible, we need to look at this way. If I need to get that future, what is that I need to clear in the past? At least if you are able to do that way, at least you are kind of guiding them or telling them to shoot in bright light. At least. So that is why even techniques like tarot card, let it be, or even for that matter, the Jyotisha or Akashic records, everything when people ask something, you always have to ask the question, um, what is that you need to do to get there? The simple thing is you have to ask, why do you want that? There will be something that's why they want it, right? If they've already got it, then they wouldn't have come to you. They've not got it, that's why they're coming and asking. Now you need to guide them whether, as per whatever the past, whether it is required or not required. Or what is that you solve in your past, then you have a better future. Because you are unaware, you don't have the logic, you're trying to choose that future. What if there is a better one? So you need to guide it based on this. Plus, you need to guide yourself like that. We do lots of program to manifest. Yeah, it's beautiful. Example. There are a lot of people who have created amazing things in this world. Steve Jobs, he created Apple industry. How did he die? Cancer. He couldn't even heal himself. How much ever money he has, whatever he has, he couldn't. Why? Because there is something in the aura. Your life purpose will never tell you die with cancer and experience, okay? It is not. So, it is possible to invoke resources from future and choose those great possibilities. However, you also have to deal with your aura. Okay, so this is point number one. Point number two, same Steve Jobs related thing. We can always ask a question. Maybe that was part of his life purpose. Some karmic related thing got triggered, and so he died out of cancer. Possible. But the question is, do you have to die out of cancer? Cancer is self punishment. Metaphysics of cancer is that it's punishing the self. So, what is that he needed to punish himself? Now, a lot of things are beyond our therapies, okay? So, sometimes, whatever you do it, the self, everybody has a choice to make in everything. Now, the punishment, the choice he made was probably cancer. Maybe punishment was unavoidable, let's say. You're understanding what I'm saying, right? Whatever karmic, whatever was there in your aura, maybe punishment was unavoidable for himself. But how did he manifest? He manifested this way. So there are so many things. Life is so complicated than what we can just define sitting here. But at least what we can understand is the more you clean up your aura, the more better future you will choose. And how do you clean up? You don't have to do complicated therapies for it. Just you need to keep on bringing everything to your awareness. So the small self healings, what you do, is enough to get that awareness. Now, how do I know that I have achieved it? The more you heal the past and the more you are available in the present, the more your future is instantaneous. You think about it, in the next moment it starts happening. That is when a lot of aura is being cleaned up. And most importantly is you have to be available conscious for the adult of today. You have to be available. Now, if there are a lot of inner children, a lot of past life, they are taking one bit of your emotion, one little bit they're taking. So adult doesn't have enough of adult in them. So that is also a reason why adult cannot easily heal, adult cannot handle the relationships, adult cannot get what the adult wants, adult is tired because all the different things which are personalities which are inside are doing a lot of work inside. An adult is tired because adult cannot handle all of this. Too much emotionally involved in past. All of this is you are investing your energy somewhere else. So the more you be present, meaning you have worked sufficiently on your past and you've got the awareness. So when you get the awareness, you're willing to let go. You are willing to forgive yourself. You're willing to balance your emotions. When that happens, you think and you'll get it. So, what is the mantra? Awareness, not awareness, just awareness. Presence in the body is the mantra. Now, how do I get the present? Okay, do all that we just now told you. It's like that. Okay? Because how do you get presence is only um, by working on your past and whatever is been holding on to you, you just need to make sure that you release that. Okay? So that is what is the presence getting in. So if the children are not concentrating on studies, what we say, focus, focus, focus. So that mind will be floating around somewhere else thinking something else, right? So they bring it back here. But is it easy to bring it back here until that is satisfied or until that one conclusion is given? Something which was undigested, which is still hanging there, if you do not address that part, you cannot come here, right? You're thinking about it. Some people will say, oh, I overthink, I overthink. Okay? So, uh, so far, any question anyone has?
Yeah, Isha.
Tell me.
So, so when it comes in your, say, like in your see, if it
Huh.
comes that you're holding something of love and loyalty for your grandparents or whoever.
Huh.
So then how does that work in this case?
No, love and loyalty has to be there for your grandparents, everybody. But that
No, no,
shouldn't.
when you're holding that in your space.
So that is exactly in your aura, it is jacking already. How did it jack you? Because you love your lineage, you love your family. So it has already jacked you, even before you are aware of it. So when you do, let's say, family constellation, now you get the awareness. Now
Hmm.
you're done with it. You took it out of your aura.
Okay.
You understood, right?
Yes. Thank you.
Because whenever we are dealing with our parents, let's take just parents itself, there are several shades of why you are connected with them. One is love, another one is loyalty, another one they've given you biologically, your existence is depending on them.
Mm.
And there is also hatredness, there is so much responsibility and their mistakes. So it is not one, Shiraz. So if you do one constellation, maybe you address one aspect of it. That is why we feel that hey, I did one constellation, but nothing happened. Something happened, but still there is a large that electromagnetic button is still sitting there. It is like when you're doing embroidery or anything and you put all the remaining threads in one box. After a few days, you open it's jumbled up, different colors, and you have to with patience remove one, make a separate round of that thing and make a ball and keep it. That's exactly what we have to do in our aura.
Okay, got it.
When it becomes very clear, your
Mm.
adult presence will come into picture. Okay?
Okay, thank you
So,
so
what is
much.
required?
Yeah.
Patience. Patience is what is required.
Mm.
Okay. So, I will just give how to measure whether or how do I get my adult presence more. Okay? Remember this. If you want to be called as an adult, or the qualities of the adult is adult should have clear mind. Okay? There should not be confusion. Now there is confusion, then behind that there is a child which is causing the confusion. Adult has to be very neutral, equanimous. Okay? If you do not have neutrality, you're judging people, you are not agree. I'm not telling that you should agree everything what other people say. You should be able to, in a calm way, understand it, analyze it. You should be able to look at both good and bad with equal neutrality so that you can make your own decision about it. You don't have to be reactive or you don't have to be agreeing with somebody just because you're emotionally you feel that they are correct or you're taking someone else's party. So adult has to be equanimous. Adult has to be able to make decisions properly. Decisiveness. If you're not able to make decision, definitely something else is there. Past life, inner child, something else which is not allowing you to make the, and most of the time it's always inner child, okay? If we just handle inner child in our life, that is enough for us. We don't have to do anything else actually. Okay. So decisiveness, then you should have enthusiasm and energy. If you decide to do something, you should be enthusiastic about it. And when you're enthusiastic about it, you're not really looking forward to for the result. I shouldn't say looking forward to. You are looking forward to the result, but you're not scared, fear that what if I don't get the result? Enthusiasm will make you jump into it and do, and then think about the result later. So you should have energy aligned to your goals. This is the adult. If it is not there, then 100% there is no adult. There is another child which is sitting there and telling, oh, why to go to office tomorrow? I don't want to go. That is a child who does not want to go. Okay? And the fifth one is you should have purpose of life. So whenever you are taking a decision, you check, cross check with all these five qualities, then you know you are taking the decision as an adult or as some child. When you are in a situation where you want to really kill somebody, if given a chance, there is no adult there. There is someone else. So you understand, right? This is how the adult should be. Now, the more you work on your aura, situations will come because your aura is never completely clear. Because we are living in this earth with everything crisscrossed, and it's very natural that we will have these aura. I mean, the sticky things in the aura. Okay? But when you are in a situation, you can always cross check these five things to see how much of adult presence is there and how much not there. So that is the first step of, hey, I need to get some awareness here. There is something is there in me which is causing me to scream like this. Let me think, let me get the awareness, let me do some working on myself, healing self, and let me, get this. Again, get back to equanimous. That's all it is. You're triggered, get back to equanimity. That's all you have to do. Other few things you had, except this equanimity, you just wanted to scream at somebody, no? So you work on it and get back to equanimity. When you think about the same event, it should not trigger you anymore. Understood? Now, what if you are in the situation after working on, after doing everything, being aware of it? It's very natural. We are all once in a while in these situations. In that moment, we can't do anything about it. And there is a lot of things. Stand up for yourself. There is so much we have learned also. That will come of help in that situation, and we will in a very pathetic way, we will stand up for ourselves. And we create another layer. We prove our inner child that you are right. I have to do properly for this person. I have to give it properly. And the child will say, yeah, yeah, yeah. What you did is correct. This is how it is. We only make this child very strong. Okay? So, what do I do? How do I control this? I will do therapy later, but in that moment, what do I do? Tip: you need to immediately change your neuro pathway which is firing at that time in one particular direction, right? Like kill the front person, whoever is there in front. What do? Immediately you do physical action. Why physical action is required is that is the present tense is body. So you need to do this physical action, some physical action to stop that neuron firing. Let's say, what could be those? What could be possible things? You drink water, probably. Instead of screaming at this person, you first go drink water and then come back and scream. Okay? So take a little pause to drink water, or breathe in and breathe out. Physical activity, or pinch yourself. These are all triggers, anchors. These are pinch yourself, which will remind you just shut up and keep quiet now. This is the time to observe. Or act as if you got a phone call. Be busy with your phone, suddenly looking at the phone like this in that moment. Or if you're facing this person head on, looking through her or his eyes, don't look into that eyes, look somewhere else. And don't stand in that same position. Change your position. That's what we do in family constellation. We change the position. Because when you change the position, perspective change. Or if you want to be crazy, do some jumping jacks in front of them. Do something that you snap out of it. And that's all you need to do. After that, go to a calm place, use your clearing statements or R5s or do some of your stuff which is fixing for the day. After 2, 3 days, please do some kind of a therapy. What came out actually in that auric space? What is that which created all of that? So that is a bigger work. You got it right? This is exactly what you need to follow. And that is why, whenever you do a session for your clients, just don't do a session and send them home. You need to give them homework. You need to give them tools. You need to empower them to handle themselves. It's extremely important to give them homework. And meditation is so very important. It's not necessarily meditation, it can be something where you are very mindful, because mindful is being present and that collects your presence. You can pick up anything which is mindful. It's not necessary that you should do meditation only. It has to be very mindful. What happens is, whenever you're doing any of these healing stuff for yourself, everything, you are reaching to these personalities which are in your aura and you're trying to get the awareness and fix or heal. But when you do meditation or some mindful thing, the state of mind is completely present in the now, past gets squashed or it dissolves. So is future. Then you are going to align with your life purpose, which will bring the future you should have. And it naturally happens. It might take some time, but when you are mindful, when you do meditation or any other mindful activity, all of this naturally starts happening to you. And you don't become a sadhu or sant or anything. You will only become very, very present in your body. That means you have more power to your present tense. And as a byproduct, as I said, you think something, it should happen. That much presence has to come. Yeah? This is the mantra of life. Practice it in your own way. I just told you the formula, but apply the formula in the way you want. And you'll see the difference. Okay. Now open for a few questions. No question. Suvita.
Aisha.
Yeah. Can you be a little louder, Suvita?
Yeah, actually, you are so low. That's why I put my,
Oh, is it?
yeah, I messaged you personally. Yeah.
How is it now?
Yeah, it's nice. It's fine. It's too, like, I wanted to share something. See, I
Ah,
don't know. Uh, as you know, I'm conducting classes. So before that, when I learned, I had learned directly. Okay, whatever the therapy part and all. But after learning this Akashic, and I got lot of opportunities, and I'm doing lot of readings, and I had shared it with you personally also. Without my knowledge, I'm doing all this with my students.
absolutely.
Without my
So
knowledge.
that means quite a few things in your aura have been collapsed already.
Okay.
So that is why you are slowly becoming clear minded. Because when you are doing Akashic record, before that, we kind of do a meditation or something
Hmm.
to bring the presence here.
Hmm.
Right? Why do we do that? Because you need to be clear minded to read someone else's.
Exactly.
Otherwise, your electromagnetic things will be tongue, they'll come and you'll think that is what it is for them, and you will tell your stuff to them.
Yeah.
So, before all of that, you need to be clear minded. Now,
Hmm.
clear minded can happen more and more slowly as you become the adult. I told you 5 qualities of the adult, that
Hmm.
as it starts coming more and more,
Hmm.
Then you will start becoming more clear-minded.
Okay.
So it's also like being in meditation.
Hmm. Hmm.
Because meditation won't tell you exactly what did you fix it.
Hmm.
It just naturally happens.
Hmm.
Whereas therapy will tell you, I had this problem and I attempted knowing about it, healing about it.
Hmm.
Because with the therapy, we go with an intent,
Yeah.
but not in the meditation. Meditation is just getting the presence here. So, what do
Hmm.
we say is in therapy, we go to the personalities and inner child and past lives, but
Hmm.
in meditation, they will come to you because you open up your space.
Hmm.
They get healed. Because when
Hmm.
they come to awareness or the light, they no more exist.
Hmm. Hmm. Actually, actually, with this work, what we have given the activity for them, what I gave, they are finding amazing results just with this activity. And still they want to continue for one more week. And this is the third week.
Absolutely.
So it's beautiful journey. I have to share so many things, but you, as you said, it's not in this group. I'm going to end here. But whatever you told, no, just now that trigger point. So yesterday night, this happened with my son actually. So he was literally jumping. I don't know why all of a sudden. In the evening, I had done the reading with the same age, and this fellow also is triggering the same way. I don't know why it related to me so badly. I felt, why is this coming in between this girl and my son? I
See, I'll
just,
tell you something.
ah,
Whenever there is something to be healed in your space,
mm,
if you are not doing it voluntarily,
ah,
your clients will bring that to you.
oh,
And when you heal
nice.
your client, something of you will heal because
Okay,
it comes to your awareness.
okay,
These are what I'm saying electromagnetic buttons.
okay,
So if two, three clients are coming with the same issue,
hmm,
there is something you need to heal in yourself.
okay,
So that day you would just have to cancel it and see where is in my life
ah,
this is true.
okay,
And just heal it, then
hmm,
such clients don't come.
hmm,
So our teacher once one of the student asked, then how do we earn? If we're healing everything in ourselves, we don't get any client. No, it's not like that. When you're able to hold space, it is not out of your void,
hmm,
it's out of passion.
hmm,
When you're attracting people out of undigested uh, trauma, karma, then the kind of people you attract are through this electromagnetic force.
hmm,
But when your passion, that is when you are aligned with your life purpose.
hmm, hmm.
At time you will get all those people who are helping you to align with the life purpose. And that is what is contribution.
I
Understood?
experienced this actually yesterday. This was the first client. Usually it was other ways I used to get. But yesterday, the case, the reading was so amazing. That girl was really shocked. And until now, even like I have cut the cord, but still, no, few things are coming. Actually, it will be there for me for 1 or 2 days. Then
You
I'll
don't
cut
have
the
to
cord.
cut the cord.
Okay.
It is something is indicating you. Just sit and analyze your own life. Heal that
Okay.
part.
Okay.
Because you've got
Okay.
an opportunity to heal it. Don't cut the
Oh,
card.
okay.
Be
Nice.
finished. Be done with that.
Oh.
Finish it. Close all the files.
Hmm. Hmm. Oh, such a big lesson we learn out of it.
Of course.
Oh,
Life is a
beautiful.
big teacher.
I know, but with one reading, I don't know why I'll take that time. Nearly for 5 hours I'll sit. Yesterday it was 2 hours. Day before yesterday it was 5 hours. But it's really very amazing, Isha.
You will grow even beyond that. You will grow one
Oh,
day.
thank
When it is not 5 hours,
you.
it is very, very fast.
Oh. People, they have that questions. I've prepared a questionnaire for them. If they have doubt, I'll send that questionnaire and I'll ask them for reading. And it's so nice, actually.
Anyway, as I'm saying again, you will grow even beyond this
Oh, thank you so
someday.
much. Thank you.
And life will become very easy. After
Thank you.
some time, I'll tell you, like how my teacher used to say, life purpose is actually a jail. You have not understood it.
True.
But we need to understand that it can come easily. We don't
Mm,
have to think it is jail. And we don't have to put a lot of effort for that.
yeah.
It's easy. Provided we are very aware, we are very present, we are able to handle. And don't think that I am telling all of this. It doesn't mean that in my life, oh, nothing happens to Isha. No, no, no. A lot of things do happen. We have to constantly bring ourselves again the presence as an adult and then deal with it. Okay, Neha.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I got a lot
Thank you,
of
Sumita.
clarity.
Neha.
Hi, Isha.
Hi, Neha. Tell me.
So, Isha, as you said, that the child is most of the time confused, but the adult is very neutral or very clear-minded. So, with me, many times, what happens if there is an issue or there's a situation, I have few set of choices. Out of fear, what I don't know, maybe the fear of the consequences or what, I find myself always confused. if if I know someone who's in the, not like, I'm not talking about myself, if I know someone who's got the same situation, same set of choices, I'll give them gyan or whatever it is, like, do this will happen and you are sorted out. But when it comes to me, when it comes to my life, I'm always like, what if I do this, then this will happen. What if I do that, then that will happen. I'm always trapped between, somewhere in between.
Yeah. So, child is not always confused, okay? So, usually, commonly, what happens is child does not understand what's happening in life because child has not grown to the level of the adult life and does not know about adults' life complications. Or child is not present. Something got very hurt, so child jumped out of the body so that now this body can be hit, this body, anybody can scream at the body, nothing, anything can be done, I don't feel anything about it. Okay, now what happens is, whatever may be it, your adult presence is definitely not there when it comes to your own self.
Mm-hmm.
One of these child in the past, whatever the child underwent, that particular child is what, high up and handling you. Or
Okay.
it is so conveniently, effectively convinced the adult that this is what it is and this should be your response. So adult will do
Mm-hmm.
that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now both ways, the current adult is not enjoying life because of that.
Mm-hmm.
But when you are observer or you are disassociated with your own problem, you can give hundreds of gyans because that child is like, okay, let her talk whatever she wants. It's not my business anyway. It's not my life anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And the child is nicely sitting there and listening how the adult will tell them.
Mm-hmm.
That is why it's very easy for you to tell the other person and you are very clear minded. But when
Yeah.
you are handling your own self, Neha is not what is handling. A little
Mm-hmm.
Neha is handling.
Mm-hmm.
The adult Neha doesn't have power.
Mm-hmm.
So again, you have to build the adult presence within you.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Just being mindful. You may go to a yoga, you may go to a gym. Be very mindful what you're doing. When you're walking, you don't have to hear the music. Walk and understand where you're walking, what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is very mindful.
Mm-hmm.
If you really want to understand what is mindful, being mindful is, You have to do certain few activities where if you do not being present, you will miss.
Okay.
For example, in Pondicherry, um, a lot of people go and attend this. There is a cafe or whatever that is there, which is the washing place of that hotel or cafe. So the vessels are washed in a very hot water place, and the vessels keep coming one after the other. So one person will wipe it, one person will. It's like you have to sit like a chain, and then you should keep on doing it. It keeps coming, and you should do it. If you miss it, you will burn your finger. It is like that. You have to be completely mindful that it is coming and you're doing, coming and you're doing. So I'm talking about certain few activities which you need to be mindful, otherwise you will miss. Like that only we learn. Because even if there is a little possibility I can daydream, I can. And I will always. For example, I know that I should pay attention to my walking, but then I will immediately think, hey, this podcast I am missing, let me catch up with that while walking. So I put that and I keep hearing and I don't even know where I'm walking. Okay, stop walking, just hear this podcast. That is being mindful. When you're eating, you're not trying to read the paper, you're not trying to see anything in your mobile, but eating. That is being mindful. Now, in the current world, there are so many opportunities where you don't have to be mindful. Mindful is becoming like a goal, objective to do it. Earlier, distractions were less. So people were able to do it. One of the recent thing which I have figured out, which is very a mindful activity, is flute. Sound won't come if you're not mindful. And if you want to play a song, you have to be really, really mindful. Even if it is 10 minutes, it gives you complete presence in the body. So I'm talking about do certain few physical activities where you need to be present. Every day you need to do that. And that will it will transform your life. Trust me, it will. And how do you know you're transformed? What you wish will happen immediately. That is your measure. How much of such wish are happening, you will know. At least in a week, suddenly a lot of such things happen. Oh, in this week I was really mindful. Next week it went for a toss. Agree. It's fine. Life is not one day. So it's all right. Keep on bringing. At least you have tracked it. So how about trying to do that? And it's never that, yeah, been there, done that, I cracked it, now everything I know. No, it's not. It's an ongoing process. And you chose to be a human being, you don't have any choice in this. You please be mindful. It's like that. Okay?
Yeah,
And
okay.
slowly,
Thank
slowly,
you.
all our problems will be existing for 10 minutes, 15 minutes. The more mindful you are. Or you cannot be mindful, okay, fine, then do some self healing, go to therapies and all that. This is the other way of doing it. One of these ways, or implement both. It's your choice. Or you decide, no, this life I will have fun. Let me see next life. That's also a possibility. But don't take anything seriously and important. Nothing is important in this life. Why we should make it so important? Another probably how many years, whatever you choose your own years, so many more years we'll live, and then I don't think anybody will remember also. Let alone this small little problem we are having with somebody. So don't take it seriously. Your issues, don't take it seriously. Just one step in a day, one time, one thing at a time. Solve that. And how do I do it for today? Okay, let's say it like this. I need to pay some money here. Just worry about only that. Don't worry about next 5 years. Don't worry about it. Just worry only about that. And that do it beautifully, comfortably. With all those 5 qualities of the adults which I told you, take that and do that. Small steps. That's enough. That's enough for life. That actually works for us. Okay, so we are done for today. Lot to digest and understand, and you have to implement this in your own way in your life. Try that. Okay? Take care. Bye, all of you. See you next time. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Isha.
Thank you, Isha. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you. Whoever wants to leave can. Suvita, you have a question?
No, I just said thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you all. Take care, all of you.